All right, so I've wanted to try to smoke a whole bologna for a long time, but never really found one, and I didn't really feel like going to the deli and asking for a huge chunk of bologna. But I finally saw one of these at the store, picked it up, super excited to give this a try. Now I put up a vote on my community page on my YouTube to see what you guys wanted to see me do with this, between smoking a whole bologna or making some bologna burn ends. And before I put that post up, I was really leaning towards the bologna burn ends. I thought that would be an interesting idea, but everyone voted whole bologna. So make sure you guys are part of that community page and check it out, because I put things up like that, suggestions, things like that, and helps you guys be a part of the channel. And I really want to know what you guys want me to cook. So today we're going to be smoking a whole bologna. So let's go ahead, open this up, and get right into it. All right, so I love bologna. Bologna and cheese sandwich is perfect sandwich for me. I don't need anything special. Plus, the price of bologna is just amazing. But let's try and get this paper off of here. Plastic, whatever it is. I think it's paper. See, some of the bologna's coming with it. Yes, this is paper, so that's good. Don't really like my stuff wrapped in plastic. You know, it's dyed paper, but you can't always win. There's our nice bologna. Just cut off these stragglers. All right, so I've seen a few videos on whole smoked bologna, so we're gonna follow the basic recipe with this. First thing is, you're gonna wanna score it. Now, I've seen people do the nice diagonal scores. I'm not gonna do that because I know my lines are gonna be straight. So I'm just gonna score it this way, then sideways, and I'm gonna go down maybe a little more than 1/4 inch. And about 1 inch apart, maybe 1.5 inches. This is just going to make it look real nice when it's cooked, and it's going to allow some of that seasoning into the bologna. All right, then we'll do our side scores. I'm tempted to just take some slices off this now and have a sandwich. It smells good. Now we are ready for the seasoning. And if you have seen my channel enough, you know I'm not a fan of any sort of binders or anything like that. The only reason you really need a binder is if you can't get the seasoning to stick. And in this case, we're gonna have issues with the seasoning sticking to the casing of this bologna. So we're gonna use some Dijon mustard today. Probably not going to add any flavor, I wouldn't assume, but if it does, the Dijon will be nice. It's got that nice spiciness to it, kind of like a horseradish spice. So if there is a chance of adding flavor, I want to add some of that nice Dijon to it. Then we're just going to coat this in the mustard. You don't need too much. Like I said, we're just using this to get our seasoning to stick nicely to the bologna. Try and work it into some of those cuts you made. That's good like that. Now we're gonna go with seasoning. I'm using my basic barbecue all-purpose rub. I have a seasoning video I made. If you want to see it, I will put a link at the end of this video. This is just my barbecue seasoning. I love using this on absolutely everything. It's great all around, all-purpose rub, like I said. We're gonna want a nice coating on this bologna. This is a large piece of meat here. I don't want to rub the seasoning too much because it'll come off. So kind of just give it a nice pat and be gentle when you roll the bologna over. Mustard's doing a good job of letting this seasoning stick. Now I'm just going to try and get the ends with the seasoning on the board. Maybe give it a light roll. And that should be good. All right, so now that the bologna's done, all we got to do is get it cooking. And I'm going to be using my Masterbuilt 1150 Gravity Series charcoal smoker because it adds some fantastic flavor and you can still run a nice low temperature on it. Using lump charcoal with some wood chunks, so it's going to get a nice smoky flavor on there. Now for temperature, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of different things. I've seen low temperatures for a little bit, then finish on high. I've seen 225, 275, everywhere in between. So I think what I'm gonna do is just do a 250-degree cook on this on my Gravity series. So I got that thing up and running. Let's get this out and we will throw it on the smoker. All right, so we're out at the Masterbuilt, the pollen covered Masterbuilt, but hopefully we'll get some rain, get rid of that. Got it going at 250. Now I'm gonna throw this bologna right up on that middle grate like that. And that's pretty much it. Just close this up and let it smoke. All right, so the bologna is on the Masterbuilt Gravity Series charcoal smoker. I'm gonna let this thing go for about 2 hours and see where we're at. We're just trying to get like a nice crust on the outside. Wanted to open up where all those cross hatches are that I made with the knife. At that point, it should be done. I mean, bologna's already cooked, so we're not really looking for an internal temperature of anything. I can check it and we'll see where it's at, but this is more of a get a really nice crust and flavor on this thing. So after 2 hours, we'll see where it's at and possibly see if it needs some more time. So I will see you out there in just a little bit. All right, so we're 2.5 hours on the bologna. Check that out. That looks super nice. See, we got a nice crust on here. It's probably got a delicious smoke flavor. So this thing is pretty much done to my liking. I like the crust on there. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull this off, let it rest for maybe 20 minutes or so, and then we'll slice into it, and I'm gonna give it a try. So I'll see you back inside. All right, guys, so the bologna is done. It was 2.5 hours on there at 250 degrees. You can see it's got a nice, beautiful crust on there. I'm super happy with how this cook came out. If I did it again, you might be able to go up to 275 for 2 hours or so if you're looking for a more crispy crust, but this is definitely crispy enough. So I think 250 is a good range, and 2.5 hours was a good time mark. I did temp it when I pulled it out, and we were at 165 degrees. So like I said, bologna's already cooked, not a big deal, but bringing something like this up to 165 isn't a bad idea. Now I already sliced it up, as you can see. Forgot to hit record on the camera, so you missed that. I can do another slice for you, so let's see. Like I learned before, this crust is a little difficult to get through, but it's not chewy because I already tried some of it. It's very pleasant. You can see, nice piece of bologna right there. These look absolutely delicious. And the end part, this is like your bologna burn ends right here. This is what I tried. It's so good. Something like that. So let me cut another piece off. I already did this, but I will give it another try. And let's see how this came out. It's got that fried bologna flavor, but the bark on the outside is where it is. It's not chewy or too overcooked or anything. It adds a awesome texture to that bologna style texture you get inside, which is super soft. Then you get this crunchy exterior. So it's a good mix there of different textures, which I'm a fan of. Now, what I would suggest to do is take these slices like this. You got a couple options. You can take this, throw it on your flat top or cast iron skillet, sear it up. Then you got a really nice fried bologna sandwich you can make. Or, like I might do, heat up my grill, throw it on the grill and give it some grill marks. I think that would be a good option as well. But I'm super happy with this cook and how it came out. And for the price of one of these, you really can't beat it. I think this was $10, $12, something around that range. And you get all this bologna. You can make sandwiches for a long time with this amount of bologna right here. So highly suggest, if you can get your hands on a log of bologna, a chub of bologna, whatever, definitely give this a shot. Definitely worth it. And the main thing is, whatever seasoning you put on there, that's the flavor you're gonna get in on this bologna. So you go a bunch of different routes, different styles of seasoning, whatever you're looking for. Another thing I was thinking about when I was cooking this, maybe an hour 45 in, you can go ahead and start glazing it maybe with some barbecue sauce. That might be a good option as well. I think that would taste very good. Or maybe what I'll do is glaze up these slices with some barbecue sauce, grill them, have a nice barbecue bologna sandwich. Might have to give that a shot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. Check out the community posts that I make and get in with that, because like you can see, I'm taking suggestions from you if you want to be part of those polls and things of what I cook, be sure to check out the community post. And if you're interested in anything I like to use in my videos, I'll make sure to put that in the link in the description below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right over here. I'll put my barbecue seasoning video right over here, along with another great barbecue video down there. But most importantly, get out there and smoke something good.